Did you know millennials are facing greater health challenges than previous generations? In fact, 1/3 have health conditions that affect their quality of life. In light of these surprising and alarming trends, we held an unprecedented forum focused on the health of millennials with nearly 500 healthcare professionals, community members, BCBS plan representatives, business leaders, and millennials in Philadelphia. We talked through the issues, shared ideas and perspectives, and discussed how employers can better engage your millennial employees to not only help improve their health, but also the health of your organizations. Leading up to the event, we conducted nationwide listening sessions and surveys, and the 3 key takeaways we discovered were echoed during the forum. First, millennials want quick and convenient ways to access care when they need it.
Obviously, the employee or the patient has to be their own advocate. Employers have to buy relevant tools that their employee base will actually use. But at the end of the day, it really does boil down to the experience. How easy is it for me to use it?
How do we rebuild the front door to care? How do we make that first step someone takes into the delivery system just feel better to them and use that relationship to guide their journey deeper into the system?
And so we've really tried to be intentional about providing all kinds of channels so that people can be comfortable in how they're having their care conversation.
There's a lot more of a request for digital care, whether that's telehealth, whether that's patient portals where they can ask questions, get refills, anything that can be done to not take time off work to come in, to get their medications, to get the care they need. So we're just dealing with kind of a more tech-savvy generation.
And look, tech makes it nimble, it makes it scalable. I think that's also where millennials come into play. They can help us to design these solutions that are going to work for their generation and the next.
Another key takeaway is that millennials are looking for whole-person care that supports their physical and emotional health.
I can't operate deeply with a lot of people, but I can operate thinly with a lot of people. And so I learned to hide and mask things that are really going on until it's a crisis. So preventative-wise, are there things that can be done preventatively to keep a person from getting to where they have a diagnosis? I don't know the answer to that, but I know it's a relevant conversation.
The world is very, very different. And so things like well-being actually is currency now.
So again, going back to the behavioral health component, much of the feedback we received was that people don't access those services because they can't afford them. And so when we built the model, by integrating the behavioral health with those primary care services and then allowing the member to receive those services underneath the premium that they're already paying has made a tremendous difference.
And even though millennials are more open about their mental health than previous generations, reducing the stigma around mental health care in the workplace is essential.
And we do that through visibility campaigns that are sponsored by our leadership. We have an annual mental health summit, which has tremendous attendance. We've built behavioral health into we call it our Rock Health Collective, which is our on-site clinic. We have 2 behavioral psychologists on-site dedicated solely to our team members. And again, that's just for folks who maybe want a little more privacy or just to expand the access a bit. And then we offer virtual behavioral health therapy through our telemedicine provider.
Finally, by creating a culture of health, employers can better engage with their millennial employees and improve their workplace experience.
I work for a company that's looking out for my health, both emotionally and physically. If my company is taking care of me, then I'm more likely to take care of that company.
We used to talk about work-life balance, and that's sort of a lost art. At this point, it's really about workplace flexibility and work-life integration and your ability to get my stuff done. And that's a different relationship than it used to be in the workplace, because the workplace used to be, I'm the boss, I tell you what to do. And now it's like, hey, you're really super smart, and that's why we hired you. Let us give you the most amazing experience.
And again, as we look at millennials and the pressures that you all are under and that you face, having a chance to unplug and step away from those devices and really clear your minds, I think it is so important. But if you're going to encourage them not to work late at night or not to work on the weekends, you have to make sure that you're not contributing to that inbox that is making them feel stressed and anxious about responding.
After listening to new ideas and gaining new perspectives, it's time we work together to put the millennial generation on a path toward better health.
What we're saying is important, and we're going to make up, 75% of the workforce, and I think just the fact that we are invited here to speak shows that millennials' voices are valued.
They bring us innovation. They bring us ideas. They bring us a pulse on what the world is expecting and looking for. Embracing those inputs and embracing those ideas, I think, does change the game.
Join the conversation and learn more at smarterbetterhealthcare.com.